Hey everybody, Lexi here with you, and these are basic tips for those of you who may be new to modding or know very little. These are things not always mentioned but important that you know about them. They are very useful tools that will help you avoid potential issues and even crashes when modding your game. Before we start, don't forget to grab the high-res texture pack DLC from Bethesda on Steam for free if you want high-resolution textures. Once your game and DLCs are installed, the first thing you should want to do is clean your master files with test5 edit. You will avoid potential issues if a mod uses any of the deleted references. I know you may not be comfortable doing this at first, but I highly recommend that you do. I will not provide a step-by-step since Gopher has done it so wonderfully already. Instead, I will link his videos so you can click on them if you need more info. I also recommend you install SKSE, which will allow some mods to use scripts that are not available without and give you options for you to tweak settings in your SkyUI menu. Last but not least, you should want to download Loot, which is basically Boss version 3 beta, to sort all your mods once you're done installing them. You may also want to consider installing the unofficial patches for the game and DLCs that you have, which can be found on Nexus. I started with Static Mesh Improvement mod, which will replace all the ugly 3D models found throughout the game. Here are some examples of the details it adds to simple objects that were once neglected. The first thing I noticed when I loaded the game is how things actually look 3D now. Then I installed Skyrim HD 2K textures. Yes, I know, I just told you guys to download the DLC, but this will replace the textures with more detailed and higher resolution ones. Walking around in cities, across the land, or even in dungeons, you will quickly notice the difference. Then I installed 101 Bugs HD. These bugs are simply beautiful, and you can also add a wider variety if you want. And what would a beautiful HD butterfly be without a beautiful HD flower to land on? So I installed hybrids, plants, and herbs, which really adds noticeable details to the vegetation across Skyrim. Then, for the water, I decided to try out Realistic Waters 2, which has different water flow and textures for lake, ponds, waterfalls, rivers, even oceans, and with their own unique sound, which really makes a difference. Climates of Tamriel. This is a weather mod that makes a huge difference, and if your system can handle it, I highly suggest you try it out. It adds over 500 weather systems and changes the whole atmosphere around you. Just look at the skies, how amazing they look, and you will love the immersion it adds to your game. For the lighting, I chose enhanced lights and effects to give the game a more dramatic and realistic mood. I really love the smoke effects and the little details that this mod adds. I also installed brighter torches with larger mage light radius. Like the mod states, it makes your torches and mage light emit more light to see better in dark places. Now, I didn't know if I would love or hate this mod, but I really love it. Audio overhaul for Skyrim 2. Really immersive, and the audio is incredible. The only little thing is the arrows sound is too dominant in my opinion, but you end up forgetting about it when you hear all the world around you as if you were really there. I also got Dynovision, which uses the in-game depth of field and has less of a performance hit on your system than the one from an ENB. You can also configure it through your menu to find the perfect setting for you. And of course, my ENB of choice is Real-Like ENB. I've tried many ENB presets, but for some reason I always revert back to this one. It just has the right amount of saturation and the world simply looks amazing. Next, I really feel like we spend a lot of time in Whiterun, and it just looks so mundane. But with Perfect Whiterun, it adds vegetation all around town to make it look alive and cozy. I also have automatic variants installed. It's not a simple mod to install, I'll admit, but totally worth the extra effort. It will allow your game to load more than one texture for the same entity. I have Bellyache's Animal AV package and Star X AV packages, so no more all brown wolves or same Draugr throughout the whole dungeon. I also added Heart of the Beast, werewolf sound and texture overhaul with the feral werewolf sound high aggression. to give the werewolf a more important look and make it sound like a beast to be feared. Now, I know this could get confusing at times because there are a lot of mods out there that modify NPCs. I tried many of them out, and for the females, I settled with the UNP body and the SG female texture renewal. And for the boys, I went with better males, the slip version, not the nude, and high-res face map for men. To top it off, I also added cover eyes, superior lore-friendly hair HD textures, whiter teeth, and smile in HD to complete the look. We can't forget Companions Makeover and College Mages Makeover. These are mods I made for fun back in the day, just to make them look a little better. I unfortunately never got around to redoing the Thieves Guild, but I mean, hey, they were there, so why not install them? The list for all these mods will be in the description down below. Like always, if you have any questions, leave a comment and maybe I can help, or I'm sure my maniacs will be more than happy to help out too. Next video will be character creation. Bye!